Hey guys, welcome in. I'm Kat. I've already let my tea cool down, so we're gonna start with some tea. Welcome to Pure Premonitions. Cheers. How we doing? Today is Monday on my side of the woods. What about you? So for Mondays, it's all about manifestations and money. So even if love comes up, I'll let you guys know about it, but I'm going to call in all of that money manifestation energy, and hopefully the reading will correlate that for us. I love when it's the perfect temperature, like I've let it sit just the right amount of time. Today I went with chamomile and a bunch of other herbs. I think there's fennel, mint. I'm not sure, but I just used my ground up mixture, which has like at least 12 different herbs. And then the chamomile is in a tea bag. Let me know your favorite teas and I could order them and try them out. Although I am bougie, so organic only. Ask your questions. We had a lot of loose leaf, little tea leaves fall in there, so it's going to be a good reading. I sense it. I did this stuff off camera, but in the beginning when I'm prepping the tea, I go counterclockwise just to get rid of my personal energy and any stagnant still energy that was left over from previous readings. And then I ask what the collective needs to know, and I I go clockwise for you guys to bring that energy in. Okay. Last opportunity, get those questions in. What does the collective need to know about their finances and whatever it is that they're trying to manifest? I'm going to add the last little bit of tea. I do this so I don't drink it all. Oh, and I use my special spoon for Mondays. It says, manifest that shit. With our crystal energy. Oh, let me put these crystals on our decks. Bam. Last sip for good luck. What does the collective need to know about success, finances, all the money abundance? Woo! All right, so it's coming in with a bang. That's what I'm getting. Maybe you're not expecting some finances, but they're rolling in quickly or unexpectedly. And it's a lot to chew on. Who knows? Okay. All right, so let's see what we got. Okay. I'm going to start based off of today for a timeline. All right. You're steadily making progress. You're not seeing much of that yet. There's very little leaves. They're tiny, but it's sprinkled around like something is being ignited. Maybe it's just right now that you're feeling this ignition and you're like, okay, wow, I need to get the ball rolling with these projects. But you're not going to see this progress or momentum or success from whatever your ventures are in your career path for at least another half a month to a month. But by the end of next month and into December, it starts to roll in. Like, we definitely see a lot of leaves sporadically throughout the rest of those 2 months or month and a half, I'd say. The fire is under your butt, like it's there, it's present. But as far as, that means like the dedication, the progress is there, but you're not going to see the successes just yet. You're starting to see small successes, but not the major. Because at the end of next month, so at the end of November into December, you're still like, I'm just warning you, you're not going to see this like huge success. You are starting to see sprinkles of it, like your work is paying off, but it's not like we're making millions yet. But that's okay. Don't get discouraged. Because the good thing is that people are noticing you. The same timeline, all of next month and the following month, people are jealous of you. Like, you got some snakes in the grass. They're seeing your endeavors, and for whatever it may be, it's crossed over into the fig position, so they're probably thinking like, damn, I had those ideas and I didn't act on them, or I didn't know that person had planted these seeds, and like, look, they're already reaping the rewards, and they're just, they're feeling a little salty about it, which is a shame, because everybody should be happy for us, but that's the name of the game. It could also mean just to be wary, not to be so trusting in everyone. Don't tell everybody your ideas yet. I'm the worst with that because I get super excited. I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And then I'm like, oh, wait. I probably shouldn't have mentioned all that, but that's okay. The universe is protecting us. But just a warning. Yeah, because right now, nobody's seeing you yet. They're not jealous yet because you haven't come out of the starlight yet. Like, you haven't stepped into the spotlight. But you will, November, December. Yeah, you're planting seeds. You've planted the seeds, you're still planting the seeds, and you're seeing that growth all throughout the next 2 months. You're handling some financial things with success because, it comes more responsibilities. So I do see that you have to pay for more things in the next couple of months, but that's a good thing. That's probably meaning that you're seeing some more money roll in. It's just you're going to have to put some upfront costs. Or maybe you could be helping out somebody else, because the birdcage represents family affairs too. So maybe your family and your friends are recognizing like, hey, they've kind of got it better than me. Can I have some help? And if you're able to, it shows that it is sprinkled around those next couple of months, but just be mindful. Yeah, you've got one big ask, either at the end of November or into December, or one big expense. I don't know what that is, but one bigger seed is in there. As far as right now, like this whole week, you are starting to bring the focus back into you, but not full force. You're recognizing that you do need to bring the energy in to yourself and focus on bettering yourself all around. It's the apple position, so you're just recognizing that this abundance can only happen if you put that work in for you. So it's just showing me, since it's very small leaves, that you're still kind of distracted, or you're giving that attention to something else. And it slows down actually at the end of the month into early next month. But at the end of November, it picks back up again. December, it slows down again. So I'm just feeling like these waves. Maybe something's going on for you emotionally, but just try to stay on track with the main goal, and that's always bettering yourself, whether it be financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically, or you know what, maybe that's because the apple, could represent health too. So maybe you're putting in focus in one thing, like the business stuff, but then you're not going to the gym as much. I don't know, something like that. Just try to find balance. Okay, this week we either had some revelations, some spiritual awakenings, some moments of faith, or it's being tested. It could represent funeral, and it could also represent wedding. I don't think it's wedding, because I usually see more leaves. And right now it's very few, but they are larger leaves. And they're kind of sporadic towards the end of next month or into December. November, December, we might have a funeral. Because like their energy is leaving. There's not many leaves left. But I'm sorry, yeah. I'm just kind of getting that energy. Because we have this huge leaf in Jupiter, and that means like an important decision is going to need to be made at the end of the month. And since this is about finances, it crosses over from star into Jupiter's placement and then into the church placement. So that's telling me, like, usually star is positive energy and it's like a wish fulfilled. But since this is an important decision that needs to be made, okay, I'm kind of picking up on two energies. I'm going to tell you guys both. And since it's also in the church placement, which could, again, represent wedding or some kind of commitment or funeral, also like some kind of faith upbringing or spiritual awakening. But because this important decision's needing to be made and it's all correlated, it could be an important decision about, like, again, those family affairs that came up and finances, like figuring out what all of these decisions are going to need to be made for funeral arrangements. Because the star is giving me, like, they see the light and they have to walk towards that light, and the path is illuminated for them to cross over. And these are huge decisions that the family has to make. But I'm also getting, for those of you who that doesn't resonate with, star energy, again, it's like wish fulfillment. It could also be like you're in the spotlight and there's an important decision needing to be made around something spiritually correlated or a commitment within this spiritual realm connected to your projects if they're spiritually related, or a commitment within the church. So maybe somebody's like planning a wedding, I'm getting, but I'm not getting like they're attending a wedding or you're having the wedding. That's just the energy I'm picking up on. We have another leaf in the middle, so sooner rather than later. I'm getting at the end of the week or into early November. It's on the heart key, so it's passion projects. Like, you're turning the key, something's beginning, and it has something to do with this spirituality or the faith. Like, you need to have faith in your own projects, or you're spiritually guided to start this project. That's what I'm reading. But it's like it's just beginning. Like you're not putting much energy into it yet, but you need to. Okay. Right now we have no social gatherings, but there's a huge one in December. So maybe your family gets together for Christmas more so than Thanksgiving, because we do have like it's sporadically. We have little leaves in November, but not many. So yeah, we are having some family or friend events for the holidays in November, but I'm seeing more of that in December. And it crosses over slightly into the heart space. So you might be experiencing that with a lover or going to their family events. Okay, for the heart space, something that's coming up right now, it's like there's a huge challenge, and it's this week. Or a misunderstanding. I don't know. Somebody has different opinions because it crosses over directly. Like the leaf is in between both misunderstandings and heart space. So it's like you love these people, whether it's friends, family, coworkers, but something's not aligning. You guys are not seeing eye to eye. And there's just, it's a big challenge. And it goes on for like a week. Or maybe you're just feeling this kind of energy internally for the next week. But then it dissipates a bit. Energy scatters into both realms. So I don't feel like then it's correlated anymore. So we do have some feelings of affection, could be romance. I'm not getting any like strong romantic feelings in all of November. Like it's there, it's underlying, because we have leaves, but they are small and they are scattered. It's just like sprinkled across the placement in all of November. December kind of slows down, but it does come in there. Again, it's even less in December, more so in November. It's just heartfelt affection. So like you also, if this is strictly correlated to career and finances, then you're starting to feel these like happy, joyful moments that hit your heartstring that's being affected by whatever these ideas and passions of yours are. Like or other people are starting to feel that, and they're recognizing like, hey, I like what this person's doing and this is really cool, and it's like it's hitting in my heart space. At the same time, you almost have like equal energy of like difference of opinions. So maybe I'm just getting the vibe of like maybe some friends don't agree with what you're doing, or they're just like putting in their 2 cents that they probably shouldn't. You know, they don't need to. Or family that's saying like, what are you doing? Especially since it's a passion project, like a lot of times family members or friends think that they're looking out for you and they know what's best for you. And they're like, yeah, but you're not making a lot of money. Like, what are you doing? Putting all your time, energy, and resources into this instead of something more reasonable. But don't listen to that. Like, you have to follow your heart and definitely go for all of these ideas, because remember, it's all about manifesting our dreams, and they don't live your life, you do. Okay, so the hearts, we have a letter. It has a heart on it. So when I correlate this to love readings, it's like messages about love. But when I correlate this to passion projects, career and finances, we are either receiving a lot of good energy, messages floating in about like, hey, I really resonate with what you're doing. This is awesome. Or it could be messages correlated to money, anything money related. We have a lot of energy. It's scattered throughout November. It slows down and then it comes back, and it's more congregated in December. So like I'm feeling you have one bigger expense in December, or like one bigger payday in December, but the money is kind of scattered coming in throughout November, or messages about financial things. Again, it could go either or as far as you receiving money or you having to spend money, but it's pretty scattered. So either we're receiving a lot of money from, or, you know, it might not be a lot, but like little bits of money here and there, scattered throughout November. But then in December, there's one bigger thing that you're going to make more money off of. But again, it could be opposite. I am getting like good energy that it's, you know, a plus sign for our bank accounts, but for some of those, it might also be a bigger expense. But that's okay, because what you put in, you get back. So if you buy something for this passion project, it just means that you're going to reap the benefits of that later. Okay. We do have the full moon. So when it's tea related, it's usually about like a passionate love affair. But full moon could also represent your intuition. Like you're being guided intuitively. You know that this is a good path. You're just being guided to do whatever it is that your intuition is telling you to. For those of you, it could also mean that you've got some feelings of love. Not many right now, but it starts to trickle in and gets heavier in November, middle of November, I'm getting. December, not as much, but it's still there. So yeah, maybe you're getting like heavy intuition. It could also mean like mystery, like I don't know. For me, I'm not getting the negative vibes, but it could mean like something is hidden. Like, you know, you can't see the moon during the day, but you can see it at night. Like something mysterious, but I'm getting more intuitive vibes. Yeah, in November, you're going to get this intuition hit or messages that spark up this like feeling of love internally. Okay. We have the knife, which means separation. There's like little to none, almost none, a couple little pieces for all of right now. So this next week and the following week. But mid-November, it's heavy. The leaves come back in. So you're in a separation right now from money and from love. Maybe one more than the other, but since there's like barely anything there, you're not making much money or love right now. But it does come back in November. Unfortunately, it slows down again. We do have some trickling in, but the income and the separation does come back. I mean, the income slows down and the separation does come back for December. At the end of December, that separation begins again. So, mid to end November, early December, we start to see money trickling in. We start to see whatever separation that was end for a little bit. But, you know, just so that's telling me be mindful of your expenses, save, because even though you have that money or passion for your projects or love coming back in for a little bit, it does kind of slow down again at the end of December. Okay, end of the month into the following months. So let's start at the very middle of the mug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love this. We have 5 little seeds. They're not leaves, they're like actual seeds from the tea. All on the 4-leaf clover. So we've got good luck. Like whatever seeds you've planted for these passion projects, it's really good and they're growing. because 2 to 3 of them, 2 for sure, one of them kind of, are overlapping into the star space. So again, wish fulfillment. Like, you've got really good luck about these wishes being fulfilled. So whatever you're striving for, whatever you're trying to manifest, it's going to come true. It's just going to happen in the next few months. So you're not going to see all that progress just yet because they're still growing. These seeds are planted, you know, it takes time. But yeah, that wish fulfillment with this star energy, because we have leaves scattered throughout the entire star. There's just really good energy coming off of that. Like, you're seeing success. Good thing is we have very little tiny baby leaves on Mars, so I don't feel like you're getting into anything major as far as arguments, disagreements, or quarrels with friends, but quarrels with friends, family, or lovers. But like I said earlier, you might have a couple disagreements on their opinions with whatever you're doing, and it tells me that you're not going to take it to heart because it's so little there. But be mindful, because there are like 1, 2, 3, 4 little leaves. They're little baby leaves. Okay, we have the crescent moon, which is social success, but you're on the cusp of it because the leaf, these 2 bigger leaves, are on the outside of the moon, not on it. So it's like you haven't reached full social success yet. So if you're online and you're trying to get yourself out there, like, people are noticing, they're seeing your light, but you're not going to feel that like, oh my God, it's happened, right? But that's okay because we're working towards that. We do have a lot of energy inside the sun and on the outside. So internally, you're feeling that this success is growing. You're feeling these new beginnings happening. You're knowing that this is going to bring you joy and happiness. And it's also bringing that happiness and joy and good energy to other people on the outside of the moon, or the outside of the sun. You know, the sun provides warmth, and you shining your light is going to help others get inspired to shine theirs, or to just learn from you and whatever it is that you're providing or offering. Yeah, I love that. And it's also crossing over into the star space again. So yeah, a wish being fulfilled through this, and you're not only inspiring others, you're inspiring and growing yourself. Those seeds, they need light, right? Okay, what else do we got? Saturn. We've had a lot of Saturn come up in the last couple weeks, but they're very little leaves. So again, it's not giving me, I was going to say, it's not giving me physical energy of anything major being lost, but since there are quite a few little leaves scattered, and it is Mercury retrograde coming up, maybe you're just going to misplace some items here and there. That's what I was getting. But on any kind of spiritual journey, you do have to release what no longer serves you in order to make space for what does. So that's the energy that's giving me. That's what energy Saturn calls in. That yes, we have to lose a part of ourselves in order to grow into this new beautiful, successful being that you never previously were, because you didn't have the space to become that. But once you leave some stuff behind, some people, some things, some old mindsets, then you can step into who you're meant to be. Okay. We do have Venus energy, but it's very scattered, and it's all on the outside of Venus. So that's just telling me, like, again, you're starting to put yourself out there. People are recognizing that, and they're seeing your worth. They're seeing your light. They're loving that energy that you're exuding. You're not fully seeing it yourself, though, yet. It's not to say that you don't have self-love, but you're not fully embodying it as much as you should in comparison to what everybody else is seeing. I'm not getting any major romance vibes here either, because we just don't have any big leaf placements, and nothing is directly on Venus. So yeah, next month it's all about career and finances for you. I'm not getting a lot of romance. That's okay. Sometimes we need to shift focus. We do have Mercury. But it's a few smaller leaves, but they are there. So some kind of journey. You're on some kind of journey. Again, they're all to the outside of the planet. So it's like you haven't made it yet. You know, when you're on a journey, you're like, okay, I'm trying to like get to the destination. You're on the journey. Enjoy the journey. You're not there. And even when you do make it, do you ever realize that like you never get this fulfilling moment like, I made it? No, because then you have more goals and more steps to accomplish. And then you're just like, okay, cool, this is great. Hell yeah, I'm like way better off and further along than I was before. But, you know, again, just enjoy the journey. You're never going to feel like you're there and that's it and we're done. No, that's not how humans work. But yeah, there's this huge Jupiter placement. And that Jupiter placement crosses into that church placement and the star placement. So some really big, important decisions going to have to be made. And it has to do with finances. It has to do with some kind of spiritual awakening, maybe a death in the family, maybe some kind of commitment. And you're being put in the spotlight for this. Maybe your family's relying on you to make these decisions. Because again, that star space is coming up. But on a positive end, like that star space is a wish fulfillment. So maybe it's going to, you know, always see the silver lining. Maybe it allows you to step into this like more dominant, responsible role where you feel like you're manning up or you're putting on those shoes of being like, you know, that family member that has to take care of these responsibilities, and you're doing it through faith and you're acting through love and good commitment and good choices and the spiritual awakened mindset. So it's a really good thing, even if, you know, it is a tough decision. Okay, so that's the tea. I love that. That's the tea. I just feel like let's play a little. I love it. Okay. Look, we've got the seed of life. I told you there's a lot of seeds that you're planting. I'm so sad because I dropped my favorite sound bowl the other day, and then I was like, but then I looked it up, and it means that it gave me all of the energy that it was meant to bestow on me, and now I can use it as like a trinket jar because it cracked and the resonance is gone. But then I bought this little new guy, so here you go. See? Out with the old, in with the new. Make some space. All right. Let's do tarot first. Can you tell us what the collective needs to know correlated to these manifestations they're trying to call in, correlated to their finances and career? Anything else that comes up, I am greatly appreciated to receive any news that you need to tell us. Let me know. Angels, spirit guides, what does the collective need insight on? Okay. Oh, I love this. Page of Wands for our mindset or recent past. Ooh, we've got Ace of Pentacles in the present position, or what's happening for you physically, which is still present too. Okay, then we have Ace of Swords in reverse for future placement or on a spiritual soul level. Let's see if I need a clarifier on this. Oh, I think, okay. So, Page of Wands, in your recent past, or what's going on for you mentally. It's an earth sign, so you are recognizing that you need to ground into this energy. And it's also a fire sign. So, what did I say earlier? The fire's under your butt. This guy, he's got both hands on his wand, which is like his power, his magic. So you're recognizing, you're stepping into this power stance of like knowing what you have to offer the world. And he's overlooking the pyramids, the 3 pyramids. So that's like, you know, again, divine energy, cosmic energy, bigger than any of us that we could really fathom or even comprehend. You've got a lot of inspiration. Like, it's just mentally, it's stirring up. There's so many ideas that you're discovering. You're knowing that you have limitless potential. You're a free spirit. There's a feather coming out of his hat. So yeah, you're as much as we tend to go with the wind, you're grounding through this energy, and the fire is ignited. I said that too earlier. Wow, okay. Yeah, there's some kind of exploration. I feel like he's on a journey. What did I say? We're on a journey, and you're excited about this journey. It's like giving you freedom. So this is what you've been feeling recently, or what's going on for you mentally. In our present position, we're still grounded through this, which I love. We've got a cloud and a hand coming out of the clouds, presenting this magical coin with a pentagram on it. So that's protection. Like, again, your angels, your spirit guides, whatever you believe in, God, source energy, you're protected, and it's providing for you. It's recognizing that you're pioneering through this energy and you're stepping into your leadership role. Yeah, I'm getting alpha dominance. It could be male or female energy, but like, you're recognizing your power. Yeah, standing in this ambitious originality. There's a lot of abundance here because there's so many roses growing on the hedges, and there's flowers in bloom. The grass is all very green, and there's a mountainscape in the back, which mountains are always like progress and you dedicating your time towards finding the success in your career. And there's the path through the garden gate that's, you know, the vines and the flowers overtook it towards the mountainscape. So this is telling me maybe somebody's got a new career coming in, or you're starting this venture to work on your own ideas, be your own boss, create your own financial opportunities. But they're coming in. There's some kind of new venture, and there's a lot of prosperity here. But stay grounded in this energy. Okay. In the future, we do have Ace of Swords in reverse. So Ace of Swords upright is usually like you are mentally clear, and with all of these new ideas, there's no like straying from it. Like, you know what you've got to do. But this is telling me, since it's in reverse, that there's still some confusion here, maybe a little bit of chaotic energy. You're trying to find this internal clarity. You're rethinking ideas, and there's just some clouded judgment, which I do have to recognize that there's the hand coming out from the clouds to provide this abundance, and it is protected. But that same hand is coming out of the clouds again for the Ace of Swords card. But since it's in reverse, the sword is down, and the crown on the top of the sword is upside down. So yeah, you just have some clouded judgment. Like, you know that you have all of the power in your hand, and you need to stay on course, standing in your power, and turn that sword in its upright position. And don't stray. Like, you had these ideas for a reason. All of these new ventures are coming to you. So stay in that alpha energy. Stay in this like leading quality, because you're pioneering something really good. It's just, yeah, it's letting me know that there's just some confusion here. You're clouded about something. Yeah, it's represented by air. It's usually a yes from the universe, but right now you're feeling like, maybe, I don't know, do I have the power? Can I make these ideas into my reality? Yes, you can, but you got to get back on track. Yeah, when you're back in track, it's like you are reaching success. You've got a sharp mind, but it's also a sword. So like anytime you're stepping into this alpha role, again, male or female, it's like you're going into battle. Like, you've got your sword upright and you're like, I'm not messing around. If you want to come at me, fine, but I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm going to reach success, and it might create a little bit of conflict there. Maybe that's what this is talking about, because again, when it's in reverse, it's maybe, you know, some chaotic energy is correlated around this. Or again, from the T, you had some jealous people. I'm not getting like brutality vibes, but that could be something that comes up for this card. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers on this with our cosmic insight. Thank you, universe, for giving me clarifying information on my collective's situation correlated to this new venture of theirs. I know that they will be grateful to get some clarity on this confusion. How do we clear those clouds so they can stay on that right path of the Ace of Pentacles that they're in right now, and stay in that energy of the Page of Wands, knowing that they have limitless potential. Ooh, oh, okay. They flew out at me. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to pick up those cards. Exactly three flew out at me, and they're crazy. I put them in the placements based off of the first ones that I saw. So I saw intuition first, so I placed that under the Page of Wands. I said it earlier. You're being very intuitive lately. Like, you're stepping into this intuitive internal wisdom. The Page of Wands is all about inspiration and this discovery of you being a free spirit and having this limitless potential. But the universe is also reminding you that with this intuition also comes the ability to recognize some red flags. So it says, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. So we love that we're stepping into this power and intuitively tapping in to source energy, and it's feeding us what we need to know, but don't ignore it. That's just what that's letting me know. Like, you know, you've got this excitement and this freedom energy, and you're looking out to all the possibilities, but just take in everything for what it could be. And if you see any red flags, don't ignore it, because they could come back later to bite you. And then, okay, I'm going to get another clarifier on this too. But under the Ace of Pentacles, you're stepping into all of this abundance, right? You're recognizing that you have this manifestation power. There's all of these opportunities, your new career, new financial opportunities, whatever new ventures happening. Because of this prosperity, I believe it's talking about this red flag. We have another gold digger. They want your money, or you're being used in some way. It does not mean that some stripper is going to come and try to steal all your money. Maybe if you like going to a strip club, I don't know. But, or even your wife or your girlfriend. It could just mean, again, you've got hands reaching out for too much assistance, like friends, family members. I said that earlier, you know, you're stepping into this abundance and people see that, so they might have their hand out and they're like, hey, can you help? Because you're in a better predicament than I am. And just because you are doesn't mean that you have it all right now. Because remember what the leaves said, it's going to come and go in the ebb and flow of things. So it might come rolling in November, but then December it slows down again. So if you give all of this help in November and then December comes around and you don't have enough to help yourself. So just be mindful of this. Watch out for the red flags. And I'm so sorry, guys, but now I know where this confusion, some brutality, internal feelings are coming from, this chaos, because somebody is going to be attending a funeral. It says you have a guardian angel, a lost loved one watches over you. Maybe it's somebody who's already passed. Maybe it's somebody who is going to pass soon. But I know that that's what hit home. That's why we've got this sword, the Ace of Swords, in the reverse position, because that definitely sliced you in the heart a little bit. And it's clouding your judgment. It's making you rethink all of these ideas. Like you were feeling on top of the world before, really like going towards all of this, you know, these new ventures and with this prosperity mindset. And then of course, when something like that hits, it makes you just question some things. But don't get too down, because remember, you're protected. They're watching over you now. They're just in a different realm, in a different form. And they're going to handle this red flag situation for you, this gold digger energy, who's ever trying to use and abuse you. But you're still a leader. There's still alpha energy here. You still got originality correlated to all of these ideas of yours. So you have to move forward with that no matter what's happening. Okay. Then let's go for, oh, it was just 449. That means something. I didn't even shuffle yet, but it's okay because I picked up 77, and that's awakening. Enlightenment, breakthroughs, success, epiphanies, spiritual growth, transformation. You are undergoing a profound spiritual awakening that will lead you towards a... We've got a little fly in here. Excuse you, sir. I did not invite you to tea time. You are undergoing a profound spiritual awakening that will lead you towards a path of success. You guys, what did I say? Spiritual awakening is happening now into next month. You're being guided. Your spirit guides, your guardian angels are literally watching over you, leading you towards this intuition, towards this success. You're having epiphanies and breakthroughs in all aspects of your life. In what areas of your life are you experiencing spiritual growth, and how can you harness this awakening to achieve success and breakthroughs? Write that down. You should always journal. I love journaling. Anyhow, reflect on recent insights or revelations you've had, and consider how you can apply these to create positive changes and breakthroughs in your life. We're breaking through, guys. All right, that's 77. Awakening is in the intuition. Let me actually shuffle this time. But that one needed to come out, obviously. Can you give us some clarifiers on this Ace of Pentacles? I know we're stepping into this abundance, but Give them some advice on this gold digger energy. 55. Oh, I love this. 77, 55. Be grateful. Gratitude, abundance, acceptance, positivity, contentment, and reciprocity. Stop dwelling on problems that you cannot solve or situations that bring you down. Embrace gratitude and reciprocity for what your life offers, and you will align with your soul's desires. What are 3 things that you are grateful for today? And how can this shift into focus and help you align with your soul's desires? Make a list of things that you are thankful for and take a moment to express appreciation for them, allowing yourself to feel content and open to receiving more. Feel gratitude. And maybe that's the advice that you need to give others too. Like, hey, you know, I've helped you out before, but like right now, I'm sorry, I just can't because I'm still trying to build my own success and abundance. And I'm so grateful that I have you guys in my life, but I need reciprocity with this. So it's a give and a take. If you've got it, then awesome. Help them out and be grateful that you can. But just be mindful of that gold digger energy because you are stepping into this new career or new opportunities and you're creating that financial abundance. So be so grateful for that. Oh, okay. We've got 1551. Keep your dreams. Keep your dream. What? Oh, remember I said you're going to be sad about this lost loved one, but it's telling you to stay on course. You have to keep your dream. Don't let this confusion and this hit of the heart, this brutality emotionally and that chaotic energy cloud your clarity. It says dreams, focus, faith, courage, goals, and spirit. There's spirits watching over you. Focus on the positive and stay dedicated to your desired outcomes. It's time to invest your faith and your efforts into your ideas and pursue your goals with unwavering determination. Your spirit is both beautiful and courageous. What can you do today to align with your dreams? And how will you stay motivated and focused despite the challenges? Create a vision board. I love a good vision board. Or set clear goals to stay focused on your dreams. Remind yourself why these goals matter and let this motivation drive you. Trust in your courage to keep moving forward. That's them coming through. 1551. Maybe somebody was 55 or 51, or I don't know. Or maybe that was the last 2 digits of their birth year. They were born in 51. Or they died at 77. I don't know. Things I'm just picking up on. Okay. Well, keep your dreams, you guys. Be grateful because you're having this awakening for a reason. And you are going to reach that financial success. So I'm so proud of you. And my prayers go out to you guys. Anybody dealing with a loss, I'm sending my love. And remember that there's always a silver lining. Be grateful. All right, guys. Have a good one. See ya.